Well, hello. Oh. Need a microphone, that'd be smart. Hello there, and welcome to ThoughtRaid. Today, I'm going to be talking about what I'm currently working through when it comes to living in today. This is a problem. No crowd control, sorry. I need to get back to that again. That is always fun when I have crowd control, but the way we've been doing things lately, it just hasn't I haven't really panned it out yet. But anyways, that aside. One of the things I'm really, really good at is looking into the future and making plans accordingly. Like having a goal set. This is what I want to see happening. I have vision for this. I really want to see this happen. Very good at that. And there's some upsides in that I'm oftentimes motivated and I'm striving towards something and not really wasting my time. And the downside about that is that I have a very hard time existing in where I'm presently at and enjoying the nice, sweet moments that are here for me, here and now. And this is something that I'm working through, and it's literally, this is something I want to process in today's stream as I'm talking with you. So if you are going through a similar thing and you've come to the other side of it, or you're still working through it and you've learned a thing or two about existing in today and not taking on tomorrow's worries, join me. Let's talk about it, and let's have some fun while playing some Subnautica. Welcome back to ThoughtRaid, a community about friends, gaming, and better ways of thinking. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be doing some Subnautica while talking about something that is really important to me right now that I'm really trying to get a hold of, and that is how the hell do you live in today and not into tomorrow? Because that is something I'm really not good at, and I'm learning some things. There are some things I'm learning that I'll talk about as we're playing Subnautica, but at the same time, this is something that I know that I need to grow in, and I'm looking for input. I'm looking more than just to share my experiences. I am genuinely reaching out to whoever is going to watch this stream today. If you have any sort of wisdom to impart on how to exist in today and enjoy what's right in front of you, I am here to learn. That's not family friendly. Well, you know, this is something that's really important at the bottom of my heart, so it deserves a little bit of language to express just how frustrated I am in this area. But I don't know. Anyways, throughout all of that, we're gonna pepper that in with some good old Subnautica and enjoy that to the sounds of some lo-fi, so I can deal with the demons within the ocean without panicking. Because boy is Subnautica full of demons. Oh gosh, I also have some things I need to get rid of. I don't need PowerPoint up anymore. I can just get rid of PowerPoint. Don't need that. Alright. Also, what on earth is CPAN? I have no idea what that is. I feel like I've heard the name, but I legitimately have no idea what that is. Like, it sounds like something I should know, but I have no idea. Oh, oh, I see now. I now reading the rest of what you said. That was a mistranslation. You're trying to say clean, but autocorrect decided that instead you're going to say CPAN. Which, that makes more sense. But anyways, welcome to my underwater base. Well, partially submerged base. The other half of it is above water, ever so slightly. I decided not to go all the way up because I like the view of water going up and down. Pecan on opposite day, I guess. Okay. I've been working on this baby for how many ThoughtRaid sessions have I been building this thing? It has to be somewheres around at least 7 sessions. It has to be at least 7 sessions, if not maybe close to 10. I have not been. I can go back and I can look back and see just how many sessions we have been working on this same base, and we're just only starting to get a little bit deeper. I mean, I have progressed. I've just not progressed a lot. I remember part of my goal is to make the, what do you want to call it, suit? The prawn suit. And I needed to get aerogel, and for that I needed to get those air sac thingies, which, or whatever you want to call them, which I now have. And there was a couple of materials that I was needing in order to make my thingamabob, my, prawn suit. So that's a goal for today. I still need to make, the prawn suit, and I should be able to make that today. Let's see. Look at these details. What we got? Prawn suit. Prawn suit requires plasticine ingots. Plasticine ingots is made. How do I get off of this? Thank you. Is made with what? Plasticine, titanium ingots, and 2 lithium. And that just requires a lot of titanium. So pretty much, I need a whole bunch of titanium right now. To be honest, the prawn suit isn't really that useful without upgrades. Well, it will be useful to get large swaths of material, I imagine. Because it has the drilling arm, which we also have the stuff for. So, that's something I need to get. If you bring it over to the edge too steep, it might not be able to get back up. Ooh, yikes! So it has like no jet propulsion system. Is that what you're saying? Because that's concerning.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I feel like that's something to be considered here. You need you need to craft the drilling arm, and you need that vehicle crafting thing for it. The vehicle crafting thing? What is the vehicle crafting thing? It has jet propulsion, doesn't really last very long. Okay. Okay, so I have to be cautious, because otherwise this bad boy is going to get me stuck at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Okay, cool. Well, anyways, as we're working towards that goal... So, again, today I wanted to talk about the ups and downs of future planning, and what I'm learning, and then just essentially, like, open the door for you guys to talk about what you've learned in relation to living in today. Because, again, I am very good at looking at the future. I have no problem thinking, what do I want to do with my life? It is very quick and easy for me to think about it, and if for some reason, God forbid, why is that fish? What is happening? I have a fish breathing air stuck inside my moon bay. I'm just gonna let it exist now. That is now a permanent feature of this moon. Unless it dies for some reason, that is now gonna be swimming forever on my ceiling, breathing air. I never cease to be amazed by that. It's just Timmy. Yep. Timmy has evolved to have air sacs for lungs and can breathe air. And in addition to that. Okay. So you don't remember the name, the thing you confused that time you came with the moon base. So anyways, okay, yeah, so yeah. So, I'm a visionary person. Surprise. And I can essentially see, for the most part, how things are probably going to unfold in a scenario. Like, for instance, it doesn't really take me much to know that, like, if I'm looking at a circumstance and like, oh, here's, I don't know, John. And John, this fictionary John, this person likes to lie. And he doesn't really lie on anything big, just small things. And so I'm able to look at that situation, and I'm able to extrapolate, and I'm able to see what the outcomes of what that's going to potentially look like if someone's lying. Even if it's a little bit, I can see how that's going to affect immediate relationships. I can look down the road and I can see how that's going to affect the person and the difficulties they're going to have with being open and honest with the person because they have things that they're lying about. Like, I'm able to look at seemingly irrelevant stuff or very small things, and I'm able to look down and I'm able to see, okay, that's probably going to pan out this way, and this is probably going to pan out that way, and I'm pretty cool about that. At the same time, I'm also... well, that's cool. Good to know your name's not John. At the same time, I'm also able to just think, okay, cool. I want to... With thoughtraid, I would like to be able to... And I can envision thoughtraid getting to a place where I'm able to go to different conventions and talk to people and have panels at anime conventions or video game conventions. I'm able to envision thoughtraid creating many different types of videos of different types of content, some of which are like funny or some of which are going to be thought-provoking or a combination of both. I'm able to see where thoughtraid is capable of in terms of, again, what we're wanting to head towards. I can envision even, like, way beyond that point, like, what I want to see happening in terms of other types of businesses and a lot of different types of just, I don't know, vision has always been easy to me. And hello, Kenneth. But at the same time as my ability to see all of those different things, I really have a hard time existing in the right here, right now. So, like, let's say... Let me give you a good example of this. So, let's say I'm on vacation, okay? And I've got 3 days of vacation time, and I'm taking a trip down to Florida, and I have like a whole day to enjoy my time in Florida. 1 day to get there, 1 day to leave, but one solid day that I'm in Florida. The problem that I have once I get to Florida, I don't think this is a unique problem to me. I think I've heard this happen from a bunch of different other types of people too. So I don't think this is unique to me, but I just know it's one of my struggle areas, is once I'm down in Florida for that 1 day, all I'm thinking about is how short this vacation's gonna be, and like I'm only gonna have so much time left before I'm gonna have to be driving back up to where I'm at in North Carolina, and I'm thinking about like how much gas it's gonna cost, and I'm thinking about like, you know, I don't know, all these different dependencies that are going to happen on the other side, and then before you know it, my vacation's over. And I barely enjoyed the 1 day that I have to myself in Florida to do whatever the heck I want down there. And this is like a big thing for me. And like, I've discovered that like, the more enjoyable something is for me, the more I love something, the harder it is for me to be present in the moment and to enjoy that particular thing. Particularly, especially so, when it comes to relationships of any sort. That the closer, like, a person is to me, the harder it is for me to not think about when it's going to be ending and when that will be done, and, you know, whatever the XYK scenario may happen. I'm always thinking about tomorrow, and I know that it detracts from my ability to be present and to enjoy what I do have right here, right now, and I'm so tired of that, because it's a lot of what happens is I begin to envision the emotional and or physical suffering that I'm going to go through in the other end when this good thing ends, whatever the good thing may be. And then I end up going through these scenarios that may happen, it may not happen. I don't know. I'm not in the future. I have no idea exactly how things are going to pan out. But what I do know is the end result is I've just now wasted an entire day or several hours of not enjoying myself because all I'm thinking about is when is this good time going to end? Because I've had enough good times end, and many of which were not my own decision for it to end. And so, like, I have built this very not useful mindset of, if I can suffer through whatever pain I might potentially go through tomorrow, which I don't even technically know if or when it's going to happen, then maybe when tomorrow does come, big brain, I'll be prepared and I won't suffer as much tomorrow. So instead, I'll suffer today. And it's really dumb because, again, I really don't know. I really don't know if tomorrow is going to be as bad as I'm expecting it to be. And so that's what brings us here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful day right outside these glass windows. Look at all that sunshine, the waves crashing against this. I'm looking, oh, and there's that thing. I'm looking to learn how the heck do I exist within today and not take on tomorrow's problems? And I'm legitimately curious what you guys know about that and what you can share with me, because I'll take anything I can get to learn to be a person who doesn't exist in tomorrow. So, there's a few things that I've learned, and I need to go in a search to specifically find... I need to get metal chunks. That's what I need to search for. So let me put some stuff out of my inventory, make some space for metal chunks. We're gonna go metal chunk searching. Ooh, more water. Let's see, I'm gonna put... Let's put this here. And this enamel glass will go here. And I'll take this salt out of there. Put my aerogel, these pods, all of that will go there. This will be my metal chunk deposits. Cool. Oh yeah, I want to put the salt in the other thing, and I want to take my water. Alright. So, I'll get back to it later. I'm not going to worry about that. So, there are a few things that I've learned so far to help me to exist in today, which I'll talk about. But there's still so much I know I have to learn. So, first of all, am I the only one that deals with this, or are any of you guys out there also dealing with this issue with existing in today? I need to make a scanner start showing me where metal chunks are. Like, am I the only one that deals with, having a hard time existing in today and trying to, like, solve problems for tomorrow, regardless if they'll happen or not, all the time? Like, I'm curious, because I feel like I'm probably not. But at the same time, it's not like I've had a lot of conversations with this. I'm going to. But I'm just curious what your experiences are thus far with that. Get me water. I am severely low on water. I probably am not going to need more than that. This is a common problem in today's day and age that I've noticed. Okay, cool. So you know what I'm talking about. Like, is this something that you've also specifically kind of, like, worked through, Moxie? Like, do you have a lot of experience with, like, having a really hard time existing right here, right now? Overthinking yourself into a state of anxiety and concern. Yes! Because that's me. That is very much so me. And it's great and not great simultaneously. The anxiety part's not great. But the thinking about stuff can be great. Let's see. Welcome aboard, Captain. Give me all of this that I can get. So much metal. Or titanium. I need another one, I think. I'm pretty sure I need 2 of them. Okay, you need to go... What the heck just... What was that? Did somebody just run into my windows? Sound like a boom sound. I have struggled with this issue, yes. The best thing I've come to realize is that you need to look at what you are thinking about in the first place and ask yourself, is this something I can control? That's a good question. That is a very good question to ask. And I think that is a question that I have passively asked myself multiple times in the process of struggling with thinking about all these things that are outside of my control. because there's a lot of things I can't control, and I have learned that I have learned somewhat, and once I'm able to recognize that, oh, this is something I can't control, then it's a little bit easier to kind of shelf and just say, well, can't do anything about that right now. So that is a very valuable question. Is this something that I can control? I understand that one. Come here. Do I have space for one more? I think I do. I think I have space for only one more. There we go. Back to my sea moth. Has there been other kinds of tools and methods that you have learned when it comes to overthinking? Convert that, please. More. And more. And one more of these. Thank you. What am I able to build now? Okay. Okay. Cool. So that's good. Okay. Oh! I came just in time for some more fresh water. Nice. It's so satisfying watching those things, or listening to them just make another bottle of water. I don't want to deal with you yet. So when you start overthinking, do you realize you are doing it? And if so, you need to tell yourself to stop. So yes, I am able to, for the most part, recognize when I am overthinking. Like, it depends, because like it can be tricky sometimes, because sometimes, like, as I'm thinking, I do legitimately come up with solutions and ideas that are very helpful in the moment. So if I can think of a solution or whatever, it doesn't really make me anxious. But then after doing that for a time, it takes me some time to realize I can go slip from, okay, I'm thinking about some solutions, I'm coming with some good stuff, and then I'm just perpetually thinking about the situation and not coming up with any solutions, and then that becomes its own problem. So I have had that issue where it's like, okay, after making some progress, now I'm just still thinking about it and have come to no better conclusion and have to realize, crap, now I'm just overthinking. So there's like a fine line between I'm really coming up with some good solutions and I'm overthinking. And nothing is coming, and I'm just exchanging my peace for no real progress. And I think that kind of leads into other areas that I'm learning as of recently, which is, for instance, the concept of shelving issues. Saying, okay, I can't deal with that right now, but I can deal with this again at a later date and time and place, so that way I'm not just perpetually thinking about the same thing, working myself into an anxious, anxiety-ridden mess. So, that's a whole concept. That's a whole concept that I'm learning right now, like thinking about them more and clearly. So, okay. For those who are watching, sometimes I refer to this concept of putting things on a shelf. So probably a lot of you have heard of it. If you haven't heard of it, putting things on a shelf, when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about me recognizing there is a thing I'm trying to figure out and I can't come to a conclusion for it, and therefore I need to put that thing somewhere else in my thoughts to be able to focus on the present moment of where I'm at and what I need to take care of and what is presently within my control. So an example of this is, let's say I am facing an issue at work, and let's just say I work with shoes, and let's say at work I have to make sure that I unpackage 50 boxes worth of 12 boxes of shoes, and I need to get that done by the end of the week. And there's a lot of things getting in the way of me getting this done, and it's making me anxious, and I get so much done when I'm at work, but then I have to come home because I'm done with my shift, and I start thinking about how am I going to get this done in time, and I begin thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. To shelf it means, okay, I literally, while I'm at home, cannot put... Welcome back, Zap. When I'm at home, I literally cannot put away boxes in my back stock room at work. I can't. So, I have to take... Yeah, I'm still here. Shocker. I have to literally take the thought process of how am I going to get all these boxes I've been needing to get out, put away at my work. How am I going to take care of that? And I'm going to take my thoughtfulness related to that and say, I'm not going to think about putting boxes away at work until I'm at work. So when I am not at work, yes, well, no, I did leave the base. I actually, I have my plastisteel ingots now. I got my titanium, so I'm getting much closer to having that prawn suit. But anyways, shelving something means, okay, I can't work on getting my work-related projects done at home. I have to stop thinking about it until I'm back at work again. Until then, I'm going to do everything in my power to instead think about anything unrelated to work. Whatever that means. I'm thinking about playing another game of Subnautica, Fallout, talking with a friend, whatever. If it's work-related, it's not for me to think about here and now. And so I am learning to shelf things, as you kind of described in the second part, the last part, what you said, Moxie, of so when you start overthinking, do you realize that you are doing it? If so, you need to tell yourself to stop. That's what I'm doing. I'm thinking literally, okay, I can't have a conversation with a person without the person being there. I can't do this project at work without me being at work. So until this scenario happens, I'm not going to think about this because I actively can't make a difference, and me repeatedly thinking about it is me literally beating myself up, in a metaphorical sense. So I get what you're saying, Moxie, and that is something that I've been working on as of recent. And I feel like such a noob when it comes to doing that. Like, I'm learning new concepts, like, related to the whole concept in general of shelving things. Such as, like, sometimes when I shelf something, this thought process I'm getting stuck in, new information will come to mind, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually picking up the thing that I said I was gonna shelf. I've unlocked the mysterious YouTube community tab. I have no idea what that... I had to look at that. That's interesting. It doesn't mean that because I start thinking about this new thing related to thing that I said I was going to shelf that I'm actually picking it back off the shelf. I don't think. Instead, that means there's new information for me to shelf. It's like, all right, I'm not going to think about this anymore. Oh, but what about this? Doesn't matter. Shelf it. Goodbye. But it's so frustrating because I want to solve the problem now. I want to start feeling good now. And I can't think about it because I think to myself, if I can think about it, then maybe I can feel better now. But I'm literally not coming with any new input. So that is a lie. Survey says that's a lie. Moxie says, right, when you overthink, do you get emotional about it? Like, do you throw your emotions into the ideas? Me me and my emotions, Moxie, are very intertwined. I have no shame in saying this. I am an emotional, sensitive man. That is how I am. That is how I've always been. I do not have the ability really to, like, separate myself from my emotions, because my emotions are just my emotions, and they don't generally do me wrong. I can't live by them, obviously. Like, I don't go around just making emotional decisions without using any rationality. That's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, I have no problem integrating my emotions, so I don't really, like, say, ooh, I can't feel that, and I put it into a box. I really don't have a box for my emotions. Needs is another story. I don't like feeling my needs, or feeling needy, because my needs have often caused me to get rejected by people, and I literally had a conversation about that in a previous Thought Raid. So if you're interested about that, and what I've learned in that process, I think that's just one Monday ago. But emotions, very much so get emotional. Not to say again that I have no ability to think rationally. It's just I feel things. So much more emotionally intelligent, I'd say, for me. But I'm curious what your thoughts are on that. The only reason I'm calling it mysterious is because it's very random when you unlock it, and there's no definitive milestones. There might be milestones. I'll have to look into that, because I know sometimes YouTube lists milestones. I realized I did not have to exit in order to look at my list of stuff. Prawn suit. Enamel glass, 2 diamonds, 2 lead. Okay. Let's go back there and grab it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yes, which means when you start to feel emotional about things, you need to try and stop, calm down, with deep breaths and such, then look at the problem logically and ask a set of questions to justify the problem at hand. Yeah. So, for me, Moxie, one of the things that really works for me, as a Christian, is praying in tongues. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it works. I just know that it works. But a while back ago, like a long ago into the history of Brandon, a while back ago, I submit so much, but instead of shelving it, what if you make a plan for example? Let me get to what you're saying, Jen, because I need to finish one thought, and I'll get to what you're saying, because it's some interesting stuff you're throwing in there. I don't know either. So anyways, okay. So, history, background. All right, focusing. So, a while back ago, Moxie, early on in my life, first of all, I was born with 2 grandparents. I had my grandmother on my mother's side, and I had my grandfather on my father's side. My grandfather on my mother's side had died of lung cancer. My grandmother on my father's side died of bone cancer. Both of them died of cancer. So I just had one grandparent from each side. Of the 2 grandparents, my grandmother was the one I was closest to. And consequently, my mother is the one that I was closest to. Because I'm an emotional person, and they're both emotional women. And I love them very dearly. And I related to my grandmother a lot, but the problem is that my grandmother, when I was a little kid, started to get Alzheimer's, which was very traumatic for me. Because I never seen death in my life, and much less did I see anyone, slowly losing their mind. But that was very early on my experiences, life, death. I just kind of watched the slow mental decline of my grandmother to Alzheimer's. And in that process, as a Christian, my parents brought me to church, and there was this one particular, special event that was happening in the middle of the week, where the pastor was talking about speaking in tongues to the kids. It was like a kids thing. And the first night I was like, this is some weird stuff. I don't like this. That was like a Tuesday. On Wednesday I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give in to whatever this praying in tongues thing is, and I just opened myself up to that, and I began praying in tongues for the first time, and boy, did that hit like water to a dry land. Like, I just prayed like I had never prayed before in my life, and it was like I was fighting demons and everything as I was praying. And the most interesting thing that happened at the end of this time of praying in tongues was that somehow I had managed to grieve all the remaining grief that I was feeling related to my grandmother. Now, context to this moment, right before my grandmother died, and then right before I started praying in tongues, I had gone up to Pennsylvania where she was living, in the home she was in, and I had witnessed her at the last stage that she was at right before she passed. So she was bedridden, couldn't barely speak, sort of recognized us, but couldn't really verbally communicate that. And that's the last that I saw of her, and that was just like, I was wrecked. And so I would come home, and I would be crying, and all that kind of stuff. And it was really hard on me. And so when this whole event of praying in tongues happened, somehow I was able to grieve through the whole process. Yeah, may their souls rest in peace. Yes. And that night, after I got back from this church event, we got the phone call, and lo and behold, my grandmother had died, and I was at peace. Like, I've now, with some recent scares that I've gone through with my own mom, which is, she does not have Alzheimer's, but there was a couple moments where I had scares of it. I've come to realize I really did legitimately somehow grieve through all the emotions that I was feeling, to the point that when I went to her funeral and saw her in the casket, I was okay. I was at peace. And it was sad. I wasn't like, it was like perfectly okay, but I was not a wreck like I was up to that point. And so that was my first introductory experience with praying in tongues, and it sort of just kind of stuck with me over the years. And I've gone through praying in tongues more, to praying in tongues less, to is this just me, overhyping myself or whatever? I don't know, and kind of like had my doubts and explorations with its rightness or wrongness. And so recently, like I was mentioning, there was a little bit of a scare that popped up. I was like, I've already heard that, Alzheimer's can run in the family, and it affects, women more than it does men. And there was this period of time in the last quarter of the year where I began to really wonder, okay, like, does my mom now have Alzheimer's? Because there was like a few things that she didn't know about, didn't remember, whatever it seemed, and which seemed unusual to me at the time, especially with how close I am with my parents. And it just, oh my God, let me tell you, the last quarter of 2022 was so emotionally rough. I had never experienced anxiety worse than the anxiety that I experienced the last 4 or 5 months of 2022. But at the end of it, I came back to praying in tongues, because I was also kind of like, struggling with different things with God and everything. And something about it it really helped me begin to connect my emotional with the logical all at the same time. I remember on the first night of like really praying in tongues for the first time again, and I remember God spoke to me. He was like, Brandon, like, I don't remember if he was saying this to me directly, like, or if it was more so like him impressing this upon my heart. But it was something to the lines of like, I need to both feel these emotions, even though this situation I'm worried about might not be real at all, because it is real to me, but also I need to fight. Like, I don't need to sit down and just let these emotions steamroll me. I can fight this anxiety, and I can take control over it. And so I went through that first night just like absolutely sad and devastated because I had no idea what was. I had just gone through an event with my mom. She seemed forgetful more than usual. I'm crying. I'm having a hard time. But then also this hope and this peace was rising up inside me. It was like, but you know what? We can take authority over this situation. We can pray over this. We can fight the fear. This doesn't have to be where I lay down and die. I can fight through this. And so kind of like, and I'm going through this whole story and just kind of touching on what you brought up, Moxie. You just said you start feeling emotional about things. You need to try and stop, calm down, take with deep breaths and such. Then look at the problem logically and ask a set of questions. And I don't know, like so far, this whole praying situation has really helped me look at things logically and also emotionally at the same time. Like, I get to feel what I feel, but I also don't get to be controlled by what I feel either. And I find that in these moments as I'm praying, God's able to ask me questions, because the problem that I have sometimes is I want the answer. I don't want to be asked questions logically through this. I just want the answer immediately. And God's like, well, what do you think? What do you feel? And I'm just like, God, I'm not here to get to know what I think and feel. I want to know what you think and feel. But he helps me ask questions, which, again, helps me kind of come to the answers from a non-pure emotional standpoint. But at the same time, not devoiding myself of my emotions either. Because I can't. Everything is connected. Like they say, there was this one person who was like, men's minds are like boxes, and they have their friend box, and they have their sleeping box, and they have their work box. And women's minds are like spaghetti, and everything is connected, or whatever. Ha ha ha. I feel more like the woman. Everything is connected in my head. It's all just a ball of yarn. And everything's connected. When one thing's wrong, then everything's wrong. But I don't know. I guess I say all that to say, I really see what you're saying there with Moxie, just taking deep breaths, and that's something I'm also learning to do, which is, okay, I do work through that throughout the day. It's just sometimes when I do like one or two things without like the whole collective like tying in with the praying in tongues part, sometimes just like it's like, okay, I take my deep breath, I sit there and I'm like, all right, it's like it helps until it doesn't help anymore. But praying in tongues is like, okay, I get to feel and I get to process through this logically, and it's been great. But I'm still not where I want to be, and that's what's frustrating. It's like I still feel like I'm missing pieces to existing in today. All right, now focusing back what's being said. So Jen, you say, I'm coming in late, so I may have missed some, but instead of shelving it, what if you make a plan for it? Example, I need to get fixed 50 boxes in 5 days, so I'm going to get 10 boxes done each day. So, okay. So, if you're still there, Jen, let me bring up the context of everything that's going on here, and also let me eat something, because my character is just sitting here, slowly getting hungry, and dying of thirst. As I am desperately trying to get around to the point where I actually make the prawn suit. There we go. Make that, make that, make that, make that. Alright, cool. So, the context of what I'm talking about today is that I've come to realize that I have a hard time existing in today. So I'm really good at planning things for the future, or at the very least, maybe not planning, because I'm not really so much of a planner. I'm a really good envisioner. I'm able to envision the future, what I want to see happen, and kind of get a general roadmap of where I need to head in order to make it happen. It's not specific. Again, I'm not like a precision kind of person. I'm more on the emotional side than I am on the logical side. So it's kind of hard to separate that. And I'm able to see how seemingly innocuous things work together and make up a bigger picture of something. Like, I'm pretty good at that, I feel. I feel like that's a strength of mine. And so what you're bringing to the table is you're saying, instead of just shelving something, what about like breaking down to smaller things? That's so. Where do you want to take that with the context of what I'm talking about? If you're still here, where do you want to take that? Because when I read that, my mind goes into: are we talking about like? Is this something kind of related to like the concept of like, okay, I'm going through this this emotional thing right now, but I need to, instead of dealing with this all right now, I'm going to instead at 5 o'clock at this place think about this problem here, and I'm going to think about it for maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm going to move on to something else, and then the next day I'll think about it for another 10 minutes, and then I'll move on to something else. Or are you thinking about something a little bit different? Because I'm trying to see how that might specifically relate to what I'm talking about, and if it was just a matter of just lack of context. And gaming, Warrior, you're saying, lovely, same here. So I'm saying that, so you're saying that you've also, are you saying your granny is really lucky, she still lives with you, she's 85, so you still have your grandmother. Well, there's an old saying which goes along with the one must die for one to live. That's a law of nature. So are you saying, Warrior, that you have a grandparent who has Alzheimer's or dementia? Is that what you're saying when you say lovely, same here? Out of curiosity? Because if so, my heart... Oh, you do not. Okay, cool. Because I was going to say, so my heart goes out to you regardless, but I'm glad that you don't have to deal with it, because it's not fun. Just, odd timing. Okay, when you were saying lovely, same here, do you remember what you were specifically saying that to, out of curiosity? I need to look into what the pieces I need for this. An emerald glass, 2 diamond, 2 lead. Okay. Let me go here. Let's see. 2 lead, enamel glass, and now I need 2 diamond, which I think my diamonds are over here. Oh, okay, cool. Fair enough. A lot has been said, so that is fair. And since there's a different amount of you guys watching at this moment too, I wanted to ask, are any of you guys also, like, I know that Moxie, you had mentioned you kind of deal with the same thing. Is anyone else here also kind of dealing with the same thing that I do, where, you know, it's hard for you to live in today? Like, you're always thinking about tomorrow and what problems you have to work through tomorrow, and it's hard to just enjoy the moment where you're at. Oh, talking about Grandpa. Okay. Good to know. Bae, can I make the prawn suit? Prawn suit time, baby!
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power. Prawn operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Oh god, the thing is just going straight down! Prawn suit, no! That thing sunk like a rock.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, this has a male voice. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Cool. I think that thing freaking sunk like a rock. Okay, let me get it over to my base. Okay. So, John, you're saying that you fear dying of old age eventually. Oh, I see the context gaming. Okay, so you said similarly, you never got to meet your grandfather. Okay, I see. I fear nothing, but it is more of a curse than a blessing. Okay, well, that's interesting. So, okay, so you mentioned, Johnny, you fear of dying of old age eventually. I don't know if that counts as fearing the future. Yeah, no, that is fearing the future. Like, would you say that this fear of dying of old age, is this something that fills up a lot of your thinking? Like, you think about it on a daily basis?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Like, how often are you thinking about dying of old age? I just know that humans are meant to be, like, here for a limited time, right? Well, I don't know if they're meant to be, they just are. Hard to say if they're meant to be. Oh, no. That's offline. Let me fix that now. It feels like it burns through these plants so easy. Faster than it burns through fish. I think about it one day. What if I suddenly died just out of nowhere? Like, point blank when I don't expect it. I mean... Okay. To me, it sounds like you're thinking yourself into a state of inaction. My advice is to slow down, break the problem into smaller pieces. Like when I would be on my deathbed, I would still be laughing at your mom jokes. I see. That's interesting. So it sounds like you have the opposite problem from me, gaming warrior. Whereas I'm thinking about the future and worrying about different things that it's not really helpful for me to worry. You're like, I'm dying, it's fine. Oh my gosh. It would be more fun to die out of nowhere than knowing. That is true. That was something that I was thinking about too. Like, if you were to just suddenly die, like, in comparison to all the different ways you can die, sudden death is probably preferable death, because 1 minute you're alive and the next minute suddenly you're not, and it kind of negates the process of feeling the pain of dying, which could be different degrees of uncomfortable. So yeah, so Jen, you're saying to me, it sounds like you're thinking yourself into a state of inaction. Yes, that is an issue that I have at times, just kind of referring to what you're talking about, Jen. And breaking things down into smaller size chunks does help. In some things, that is really easy to do. In other things, that is a little bit more difficult to do. I mean, I have the amazing ability to think of the most complicated solutions first, and then someone can point out to me the most simple solution, and I'll be like, wow! And then once I know the simple solution, I'm good. But oftentimes, I think of more complicated solutions long before I think about the simple ones. So that is me. And thinking about breaking things down into, like, bite-sized pieces is something I'm still learning to do. I've literally had to create for myself on my phone, well, on Google, a priority list that breaks down whatever tasks I have in my head into things that are urgent, that need to be done within a time frame, things that are important that could be done later on down the road, but are still need to get done, and the in-between, and anything that's both urgent and important goes into my priority list, and that's what I get done first. So I have that, and that's been very helpful for me, and I need to update my list because it's been a couple weeks since I've last updated it. But when it comes to, like, I need to have a conversation with a person, and I have to wait to a specific time to do it, that I think is a little bit harder to break that down, because it's like, I'm literally, there's nothing I can do but wait. So in that circumstance, it's a little bit more challenging. But in other situations where, like, okay, I need to take out 50 boxes, I'll do 10 boxes a day. Yeah, it's good to do that, and I do agree with that logic. It makes things from a very big problem into a much smaller problem, and that's more handleable. So I do like your thinking in that one. Breaking the problem into smaller ideas to work with. Yeah, I think that's a good thing too. I like to be honest. Sometimes I go to work and I fear the most of getting shot in the head, or like being robbed, because there was a robbery down the street from my job. It's not fun. I shouldn't have fear in my life as a Christian, but like sometimes Satan gets to me. Well, look, Johnny. Like, to say you shouldn't have fear, I don't think that's valid to say that you shouldn't have fear. I think that you shouldn't allow your life to be controlled by fear, but to say that you shouldn't have fear at all, I don't think that's accurate. Unless you just, I guess, are a gaming warrior and you don't have fear. I mean, there are some people that literally don't feel fear, so, like, there's nothing you can do about that in that situation that I'm aware of, at least. But if you do, if you're like me and you have fear, it's not that you shouldn't have fear, it's more that you shouldn't live your life letting fear control you. You should take authority over said fear, tell it where to go, and choose to think on other things, and to bring your fears to God so that He can give you peace and show you truth. And His truth, which is always much more simpler and peaceable than whatever big scenario you're making out to a situation to be in your head. Well, I only follow that up, that it's... Wait. Well, I only follow that it's gonna be just fine. Just wake up, lazy bum, and go, and you need to go to work. Have you ever wondered, have you ever wondered, who would God ask? Wait. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm wording this correctly. Just saying Game Warrior, because I'm seeing it, and I'm kind of getting it, but I'm missing it. Okay. Have you ever wondered who would God ask or pray if we are asking Him the question or pray for Him? Could you word that question better, Warrior? Because I do not understand exactly what you're asking there. Like, it's worded in a weird way. And you said you should feel fear. It's useful when to which helps you run away when necessary. Yeah, I do think fear has its function. And it's an important part of feeling things. Like, an important step... I think an important step of being an emotional person and being okay with your emotions is allowing yourself to feel things, including fear. So, when he has doubts. So, do you think... Are you suggesting, Gaming Warrior, that God has doubts? Or are you asking if God has doubts? Because I make sure I'm understanding your perspective on this correctly. Also, I need to figure out how to make a prawn suit drilling arm. That'd be good to have. Is that in this? No. What makes a prawn suit drilling arm? Where do you make such a thing? Vehicle upgrade. Do I make it on the prawn suit itself? Is there like an upgrade module on this thing? Open storage. Enter prawn suit. Power cell. Nope, that's just hands. Enter prawn suit. Looks like I got power cells and a storage tank, but I don't see any place for upgrading this bad boy. I just have 2 arms, which is designed to attack things. Wait. Nope. Okay, cool. I might need some help with that. Why did you put mimics in my... What do you mean, why did I put mimics in Minecraft? Okay. So focusing on what you were saying, Gaming Warrior. No, like, when he has questions like us, who would he pray to? Well, okay, so, Gaming Warrior, in response to your question, for one, I can only come at this from a Christian standpoint. But it is my personal belief that God is outside of space-time. For things in the Bible that says that he has no beginning and he has no end, and that before the creation of the world he existed. So, and there are also curious scripture verses that suggest, and say, well, not suggest, but say, that if you do anything for the least of these, you've done it for me. and other scripture verses that says, even if I make my bed in Sheol, you are there with me, suggesting pointing towards God's omnipresence. For a being to exist in all things, to know all things, and be capable of all things, I don't think there is any being above God that could school God on anything. Because it is my personal belief that God exists through the fabric of all reality simultaneously. So there is nothing that God doesn't know and isn't experiencing in present tense, past, present, future, because he is already outside of time and unencumbered by time. And I also believe that something can't come from nothing, and so that even if there existed multiple different realities, or universes, as some believe, that he would still be above every single reality in existence that there is. Everything comes back to him. There is no... The origin point is him, so there is nothing... God doesn't have to sit and think, what do I do in this circumstance? What do I say? What do I do? Whatever. Because he exists in all things and knows how every little piece of anything works, functions, actions, whatever it's going to do in any period of time, period. So to suggest that he would have to pray to someone or wonder or whatever, there's no that's not necessary for God. He supersedes needing to know anything because he already knows anything there is to know in all of existence simultaneously. So I don't know if that answers. Yeah. So, because I've done a lot of thinking on that one, particularly Gaming Warrior. A lot of thinking on that one because of the Kardashev scale. Which, is anyone out there, are any of you guys familiar with the Kardashev scale? Heard of the concept, know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Kardashev scale? Because that was like a real big aha moment for me when I was learning about the Kardashev scale. Let me just look back and see what's being said where and what. Moxie, you say he has died to a mimic and then again while trying to gather his items. Oh, the poor... Rip Noah, I'm so sorry. But not entirely sorry. I like the concept of mimics. I thought that was cool. And make life more interesting. You could get a really good chest, or you could get bitten. The gamble is yours. Oh. Even so, like us, what would I do in this situation? Not to school, but for advice. So, okay. You're asking... So, wait. Did I answer... Are you still asking the question, Gaming Warrior? And make sure I'm understanding the question that you are asking. Are you asking... If you were to be God... What, like... Even so, what would I do in that situation? If you were to be God, like, what would you do if you had questions? Is that what you're asking? Like, who would he get to get a helping hand? Okay. But you're also, like, thinking that from, like, a personal perspective, correct? Like, if you were to be God, if you were suddenly in God's shoes, and you needed help, potentially, where would you go? Is that what's being asked here? Because I'm very curious. Okay, so yeah. So, in responding to that question, you're not going to need help. You don't have needs. God does not have needs. He does not need information. He does not need help. He is a complete being. Like, he does not need to know anything. He already knows everything. Because again, God is omnipresent. He exists in all things present tense. There is no past for God nor future. There just is happening. He is constantly existing in all things simultaneously. So he doesn't have to wonder, okay, well, if this particle of dust goes 5 milliliters to the left, what's going to happen? He's already simultaneously existing in that particle of dust from the beginning of its trajectory to the end of its trajectory, all the way through, and knows how that's going to happen. And if there are multiple realities created for every little inch or millimeter that thing moves, he already exists in every single scenario of that movement. So there really isn't a question for him, because he already knows he is that particle of dust. He is me. He is you. He is the planet. He is the universe. He is all these things. Like, the people that say the universe has, I believe, half the truth. Like, he is that, but he's also not just that. He is also a being. So I don't believe that he is just the universe, or just a particle of dust, or just a person. I think he's greater than all of that. But at the same time, he exists and permeates through all of existence. So he's in a loop of neither death nor life. Well, death and life suggest a timeline of which he does not exist within. God exists outside of space-time. There is no beginning or end for him. I don't even exactly know what that technically looks like, except that he is in all things, everywhere, present tense. So this is kind of like what God kind of showed me a couple years ago about himself, that has kind of like stuck with me. Like, again, going back to the Kardashev scale. So there exists a man, I don't remember his full name, but I know his last name, I think, is Kardashev. He created a scale with his last name. And in the Kardashev scale, it shows the level of power a civilization has in levels of like 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, blah. And it shows, you can tell how powerful a civilization is by how much energy they're able to produce. So a level 1 civilization is able to access and utilize all of the energy available to them on their planet. Like, once they get to level 1, whatever it is, they're converting farts into energy. Like, any potential kind of energy they can make, they're making. At the second stage, they're able to utilize all of the energy that exists within their solar system, which is primarily the sun, but, I don't know, moving off, sucking energy out of Jupiter, Mars, whatever. They're just able to utilize any sort of energy within the solar system itself. By third, they're able to control all of the energy within a galaxy. So, taking control over a black hole, every star, weird planets, whatever. And they're probably, at that point, able to go and explore other, galaxies, and they're getting close to breaching realities if there are other realities. And then if there are other realities, then they're able to access, in the next stage, all of the power in the available universe, and then multiple universes, and so on and so forth. And if you look at the Kardashev scale, as they continue to move up the Kardashev scale, they become more godlike. They're overcoming death. They're they're working through all these different situations, is what it's showing. There's just a lot of growth that happens in that process. And so what that began to look like to me was like, wow, that sounds like the civilization is becoming God. And that's when I had an existential crisis. Because I was like, what if God is a, I don't know, type 5 mega civilization? And it was in that moment that God kind of revealed to me, was like, Brandon, something cannot come from nothing. If there is anything that exists anywhere and at all, at any time frame, I have to pre-exist for it to exist, period. So, if civilizations exist as gods, and they have transcended to that point because of the amount of energy they've learned to harness, then they still have to have had some origin point somewhere, and that origin point is God. And so that's when God was like showing to me in that moment. He was like, Brandon, he's like, I asked him, I was like, can you help me get like a little bit of an understanding of your timelessness? What it's like to be outside of time, to the best of my ability of what I can understand as a human being. And there was something that kind of came to me that I wrote down to a friend I thought was pretty cool. And you can do with it whatever you want to do with it. I wrote it down, and I'm glad that I wrote it down because I can actually go through this and remember the details and not have to, like, paraphrase it. He said... That's what I want. Can I jump to that? Jump to this message, please. Thank you. So, then he went a step further as I asked what it was like to be outside of time in a way that my mind could comprehend it, and his response was roughly like this. To explain what this is like, you have to simultaneously be aware of my omnipresence, omnipotence, and omniscience. I exist in all things. I know every blade of grass in the yard beside you. I know every atom in your body, every individual hair on your head, every star, every planet, every existence, everything, and I'm in all of it simultaneously. Everything you feel, I feel. When you are in pain, I am in pain. As your joints age, I feel that. The leaves on the tree, and I was walking at this time. I feel their vitality now and their withering later. I experience all things simultaneously, and not only that, but for every event in every moment, both before, now, and yet to come. That is why when I say when you do anything for the least of these, you do it for me. When you give water to a thirsty person on the street, you are giving water to me. When you are visiting a person in jail, you're visiting me. And then he had me stop in place and take one step forward, and he said, roughly, pay attention to the range of motion you just took when you took a step. You started one step behind, and now you're one step forward. I simultaneously exist within every part of that one step simultaneously. I am still with you when you were standing still, and I am currently with you now that you're one step forward. And he equated the movement that I made with one step to that of a camera taking 60 frames per second. In 1 second, the camera takes 60 screenshots. In this analogy, he exists within each of those 60 frames, and they are all present tense for him. Even though I, in frame 60, have moved forward, frame 1 is my past, that is not so for God. So, to answer your question, all this long to do, to answer your question, Gaming Warrior, if you were God, and you had a question, you would already instantaneously have the answer. Like, there would be no real kind of need or question or any kind of... that wouldn't be a thing. And God, at least from the Christian perspective, is already a built-in unit. Like, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So, like, he already has his own support structure already built into who he is. 3 and yet 1. So, like, there really is no needs that he has. He doesn't need anything. And yet, and the amazing part of that is yet he still chooses to share existence with us. He created us. He gave us life. He gave us essentially himself that we may live and breathe and have being. And he somehow also gave us free agency over our own lives and didn't just wipe us out when we made decisions that were unhealthy or not good. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And that's my thoughts on it. I can't say that, like, this is like... So, like, nothing yet everything. Like, I don't know, but I don't think... Because to say that there is nothing is to say that there is the existence of something that's not God. But, like, I'm pretty sure there's just varying amounts. It's like more God, less God. Like, I don't know if there is truly nothing. There may be lack. Lack is a thing. But to suggest that there is absolutely nothing is to suggest that there is a part of reality that God does not permeate with it throughout. So not nothing, just everything. But not also to suggest that everything is good. It's just that God exists and permeates through everything. Because he still has his defined definitions of right and wrong, things that are good and not good. Right. We can't. There is no comparison. So when you're trying to define what is right, what is existence, what is not, you can't start with, okay, well, let me define this, because it's really just let me discover this. What science is all about. Let me discover this. Because we are just essentially taking parts of God and reconstructing it in different ways and making things into our own image, which we are made in his image. Which again, everything, I don't know. I'm getting way deep. I was not expecting to have this conversation. I have now emptied myself of a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about and getting to the ends of things that I have thought about. Thank you. This is a very interesting tangent I was not expecting to go down, but I'm here for it, Gaming Warrior. This is very interesting. Congratulations. You have managed to get me far off topic more than Zap has. And Zap often does that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Right. Yeah. Science is about discovery. And then verifying that your discovery is accurate. And making sure that you're not biased about your discovery. It's really just going out and testing and seeing why things are the way they are. And if things are the way that I hypothesize that they are. And in my mind, discovery is about discovering God and what he's made and why he's made things the way they are and observing how intricately detailed they are, which many things are very much so intricately detailed beyond comprehension. So yeah. we were playing Subnautica, and now we're just playing Brandon sits and talks about big existential things in place. Welcome to thoughtraid. I bet you didn't think of that. Oh my. Oh. Man. I want to just take a quick look, scroll through all the things that are said, make sure I haven't missed too many big things. Let's see. I'm reading through some of the stuff that you're saying, Johnny, real quick. So if I'm quiet for a second, it's because I'm reading. Although I'm not going to be completely quiet, to be honest. I keep talking, so there's that. The soul is either... soul either goes to hell or heaven for eternity. Depends on if you've gotten saved and accepted the free gift of eternal love through Jesus Christ. But what if there are other places to go to other than heaven or hell? There's just heaven and hell. There is no purgatory. How would you know that? Deceive. Like, what if we never thought of something other than heaven or hell? I'm just going off of what the Bible says, and the truth and guide of life. God was just there. Yes, I know, but what if there was something that, more than just the Bible? Not everything has an origin. Let's see. I think, like, energy. Energy exists, right? But we need to make it. Let's see. It's like nothing and everything. We need energy to move and do the things. God has energy that he's still being... he said was there from the start. So, okay. Topic of heaven and hell. So off topic. not what I was planning on talking about today, but it's very interesting conversation. We don't, like, I don't know exactly if heaven is just this one confined space, though. Like, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel like... I can't verify. This is not like I can go to the Bible and say, oh, yes, this is biblical proof that this is a thing that's going to happen. Obviously, nor will I be able to explain what it is like if I were to die tomorrow and be in heaven, and come back just to tell the story. That's not going to happen until the Lord returns. But that aside, who is to say that heaven is some just small confined space and that there's nothing else to do except exist within heaven? Or that it's very limited in its scope? Because there's a part of me that believes that a lot of the desires that we have here on the earth that we're not really capable of because of earthly limitations are things that we'll be able to accomplish when we're in heaven. So, like, it has always been a big desire of mine to... Oh, I forgot that was there. It has always been a big desire of mine to be able to terraform planets, to be able to create solar systems and races and species and all different kinds of stuff. I love world building. I think that is a God-given love. And I really don't think that that's something that's not going to be able to be fulfilled in heaven. I don't have biblical proof for it, so I can't say, "Thus saith the Lord." But I really feel like that desire that's within my heart is not a bad one, and it is something that will be achievable, not maybe in this life, but in the life to come. Which means, if that is correct, that there's probably lots of things to explore and be seen in the life to come that we'll be able to do with Christ, with God. And it's not necessarily that it's an alternate plane like a thing like purgatory, but just that we live in an infinite universe as it is, and I don't think all of a sudden all the universe is going to become inexplorable or whatever upon death. Either that, or that there will be a whole lot to heaven that is, like God, infinite. Because he made it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I don't think, and especially given the fact that we would be with a infinite God, I don't think there would ever be a moment of boredom in heaven, because there would always be God and something new to find within him and new things that he can create and do with us, in us, through us. So I kind of look at it that way. Well, I believe in one thing, that God is a singular being with different clothes, like he's Jesus in the Bible, Allah, and Muslims. That's the thing, the proof can't explain it. What if there is more than just good and bad? Like us being, we are good and bad. What if there is someone who is neither good nor bad? I mean, that again... I don't think it's kind of like a D&D like morality chart though, like where there's like good and bad and lawful good and lawful bad and, you know, chaotic good, chaotic bad, neutral, true neutral. I don't think there is a space for true neutrality. What I do know is that when God created man, fully knowing that what evil things they were going to do in their future, he still called us very good. And there's a tendency to call things that are not as though they are. It's like a statement of faith. I don't know if it really boils down to good or bad in the end as much as it is God or not God. And who he is. And for, like, you know, a space where people want nothing to do with God would be hell. Because, and whatever exists within it would be the existence of anything that is just what we don't want of him. That's just lack of him. So, extreme narcissism, extreme, self-hatred and loathing, greed and envy, perversion and lust, all that stuff unchecked, things that are just not of the characteristics of God, a place for people to freely explore those things and the ramifications of it, and whatever would come out of a world where there was no characteristics of God because there was a space created for people that want nothing to do with God. and then a space where people that wanted to do things with God and loved him and wanted to be in his presence and all the benefits of being with him and who he is. And the ability to choose between, do I want to line myself up with who God is or not? I'm wondering if you think that we're living in the end times. So, like, I don't know exactly how to quantify that. I think we're very close. A lot of the things that are mentioned in Revelation seem to line up with what says is to be happening the last times. I do feel like there is a need for a literalness of it to happen, for it to say, yes, we are absolutely in the end times, and now is the time, and Christ's return is near. And I don't see an exact literal thing of that happening, but I do see the seeds for that to happen, and things becoming more and more likely to happen. So, but I have no idea. I cannot give you, like, a prediction or a time frame. I don't know. I'm not about to make a prediction on when that is to be. So you say, I believe we are just in the beginning. What if there is a being other than the devil or God? Or even someone who does the work of God and the devil, but isn't one? Well, I mean, I do believe that there are angels, demons, principalities, things that are not literally Satan. I don't think, like, Satan is the author of evil. I think he is the champion of it, really. But I don't think he's, like, the author. He's just someone who hates God, that God created. And he, with his free will, decided, screw you, and decided to go in the exact opposite direction he possibly could. But I think that evil is something that's not necessarily linked to the devil. It's just the devil is more so the champion of it and actively works against humans. So I think there is other beings outside of God that are more supernatural than a human being is. So there is that. But to say that they're on par with God, no. I don't think there's anyone that is on par with God. One thing I can say is that we are beating nature, but it's not something that we can be proud of. We are beating nature. Now, what exactly do you mean by that? Are you talking about all the, like, pollution and stuff going on with that? Or are you talking about something that's different? I'm curious. Also, I think I might try to go a little bit... Now I'm going to start to explore out. I want to take this prawn suit places, but since it has no drill arm yet, and I don't know how to make that, how the heck do I make a drill arm? Also, for those who have played Subnautica, do any of you know how to make a drill arm for the ship, the prawn suit? I don't. Because I would like to be able to start mining with this thing and going deeper. And eventually finding the pieces of the Cyclops. I do need to go back to the bulb zone. I haven't really explored that to its fruition. You need the blueprints for the drill. Well, I have the blueprints. I'm able to make it. I just don't know what makes it. I'm able to build that much. But I don't know what builds it. Like, do I build it onto the prawn suit? Do I build it off of the prawn suit and then put it onto the prawn suit? Like, how the heck do I build a drilling arm onto the prawn suit? And I don't think, honestly, the bay... Oh, that's the same... Oh, okay. So then, if that's the case, then I need 5 more titanium, 1 lithium, and 4 diamonds. Okay, let me pull that up. Let's see here. Like, also, the 3 UFOs that were shot down recently. The reason I say this is because the end When every follower is raptured, they're going to blame it on aliens. I mean, the irradiated river is dried up. It's dried up? I didn't have heard that it's dried up. More than sightings recently. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yes, I was coming here to grab, what was it, 3 diamonds? 4 diamonds. Do I have 4 diamonds? I do. I have exactly 4 diamonds. Good. I have that. And I need 1 lithium. Do I have it in this one? I do. And I need 5 titanium, which I think I have over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's gold. 5. Cool. But I don't know. I wouldn't... I think there's a lot of things that exist that are relatively neutral, and it depends on what you do with them, whether they become good or a bad thing. Like, out of uranium, using it for a bomb and killing people, that's not good. I think, yes, that's... The action of using it for that is not good. But uranium in and of itself also provides energy. A lot of energy. For a little amount of impact on the environment around it, other than just having a permanent place to store it for a while. So there's benefit for that. Being able to provide lots of clean energy for a lot of different people is a good thing. But utilizing it to kill people, no, not a good thing. Over here. What will it take to make that prawn suit arm? I don't... Warrior, I do not see the option on this thing to make a prawn suit arm. I just see the option to make a prawn suit, and that is it. Does this need to be updated? Nope. Why am I climbing it up again? What? Again, that thing is popping up. Okay. Back in the water. This thing needs a new battery here soon. I was able to make the prawn soup, but I was not able to... Whoa. Select. There we go. Get back in here. The crafting table. Not there. So it's not that crafting table. Let me put this here. I can start charging up. And put that there, so I have a new battery. Says fabricator or vehicle upgrades console. Fabricator or vehicle upgrades console. Where is that? Cyclops docking bay repair module. No. Large room. Large room with glass dome. Ooh. Thermal plant. Power. Floodlight. Base attached air pump. Ladder. Water filtration machine. Bulkhead. Bioreactor. Alien containment. Modification station. Fabricator. I don't think I have a vehicle upgrade console blueprint. So I don't think I can make it yet, unfortunately. Sad face. Because I definitely don't see that as an option anywhere. So... rip me. Let's see. Modification center. Wait. Let's see. Okay. If it's the modification station, that'd be here. But I don't see an option there. I see depth modules. And stuff for so stuff I already have, but not necessarily what I need still. And I'm pretty sure this thing is not going to have it either. That's just camera, scan HUD, scanner room range increase, and speed. So no, none of that's what I need either. So it's not that. Let me check with this thing and see if I have something I can build. Let's see, multi-purpose room with dome glass, no. Moon pool, which I've already built, so no. Scanner, multi-purpose room, no. Ladder, bulkhead, bioreactor, fabrication station. Yeah, I don't think I have the blueprint for it yet. So I need to find a blueprint to make this thing. So I now have a prawn suit that is able to punch things. It's able to just punch. That's just the 1-2 punch. Rip. It's in Fabricator. Well, Fabricator's right here. But the only thing I have is waterproof locker and scanner and purple tablet. So it's not... I don't see anything but a prawn suit in this, like, arm. So it's not that fabricator. It must be a different type of fabricator. Electronics. Water. Yeah, nothing seems to want to suggest what. So much metal salvage. All of the metal salvage. The upgrade console is built in Moon Pool. Okay. Is it in Moon Pool? Like, somewhere? Use Habitat, the Habitat Builder. Okay. Do I put a fabricator into this area? Is that what I do? Do I put the modification station in the Moon Pool? What do I put in? Do I build it in here? Like, is there a specific section? Because that's what I'm particularly confused about. Got shelving, that's just decoration. That's not going to serve me anything. My lockers. I got my aquarium. I want to make an aquarium at some point. That'd be fun. You have to get the blueprint from data. Ah, okay. See? Okay. So I need the data. I knew I was missing something. Okay. That's where this little bad boy comes in place. Whoop. I just, once again, have to go deeper. Repair. Get me back up to 100%, please. Alright. So now, effectively, what I need to remember is where I was last. Where the bulb zone was. Because I don't remember where the bulb zone was. I don't think it's technically that direction. I'm pretty sure if I go that direction, I'm going to go back to Papa Shrimp and his subordinates. Although, at the same time, I do need to go that direction because that is also where the dark zone was, and then the dark zone was close to the bulb zone. Okay, so I kind of need to head this direction. Okay. Seamoth is definitely a vibe. And, no, to say that I know where to go is not correct. I forget where I was. I hope I know where to go. I vaguely remember where I was, but I am not 100% confident where bulb zone is. Rip that fish and part of my hull. I just keep running into these fish full speed. Oh. And they die. Ow. Have I been here? I feel like I've been to this particular wreckage before. There's a lot of things that would want to eat my lunch if I were to stick around too long, but I'm pretty sure I've been here. You're counting a Leviathan to pop up at this level? I feel like it should be deeper down before I run into it. I'm pretty sure I should be fine here. Could be wrong. But I think this area is fine. It's if I go that way, I think the Leviathan doth be. I'm pretty positive. And I feel like I've been here, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me just check. Yeah, this looks like a place I've probably been. Yeah, I think I've been in here before, so then I don't have to go here again. Wait, what's that? No, okay. That door... Oh, it's openable. Oh! Oh, I have been here before, but I have not been here before. So... Oh, what am I scanning?
Seek fluid intake.
Okay.
New blueprint vital signs stabilizing.
Hello. That door is green, but it's also blocked, so I can't go in it. No. Well, I mean, yes, it's very likely that eventually I'm going to run into Papa Shrimp. Like, he's ubiquitous. So, he's in many different locations. I'm sure at some point is going to come to try to eat me, and I'm a scream probably if I encounter him again. Why does he have to be so many places? Why can't he chill? He literally has no chill. And he is quiet. You don't know he's there until he's like right on top of you, which is not fair. Pretty sure, yep, I've already explored that. Wait. Oh, this is an area I didn't see. What's this? Something I already have. Rip! Such a rip. Okay. That is a dead end. Cool. Well, what is that? A cutter fragment. Oh, they actually had 2 of them in here. Cool. Don't need it, but cool. Okay. What you think is what I need to find is what? Cutter fragments? Because I already have the cutter gun. I don't need more of that. Welcome back, Zap. I have the prawn suit now as an update. In case you're wondering, I have the prawn suit. But I need to get the building stuff for it, which I do not have. Which is big sad. Okay. Which I think I need to find the bulb zone to at least explore there, because that's the place I haven't been. The mushroom forest. I haven't found that. What is that? What is that thing? Okay. I hate how quiet the Leviathan is. And is capable of. Because it's quieter than most of the other things I encounter here. Is this the mushroom place? It's pretty deep, but not super vertical. Lots of blueprints. Is this... This is not mushroom place. What is this? What is this? This is beautiful. Oh, okay, so this is the mushroom forest. Cool. Cool. So this is the place that has blueprints. Cool. Blueprints and some nice things. Oh. That's a thing. There's a vent. Okay. Can I go in and out of that? No, I can't. That will just shred me up. Okay, so let's just take our time. Can't get her. Can't be her here. This is fine. Papa Shrimp can't get me in this place. I am too surrounded by all these things. What is that? What is that? What is that? I'm hearing sounds that are making me uncomfortable. Okay. But I think it's fine. I kind of know my way back, so we're relatively safe. Okay? Go check where the Aurora and your base is relative to the area. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a thing over there. Oh, sunk into the ocean bed. Well, that's... I can't go there. That is below what my ship is capable of. I can only dream of going there right now. And that's about the best that I would ever want to do. I hear other sounds. There's so many sounds in the ocean. It's dark. I can't. That's literally... At least I shouldn't be able to. That looks too deep for where I'm able to travel. It's so dark. I hear the sound of the... Oh, those... Oh, look, they're there. That's somewhat comforting. Alright, well, then I guess I'm gonna have to go there. Okay. I feel somewhat safe with having those big giant things above me. Leviathan should leave me alone. But probably not. Ow. I hear sounds. I see things. Oh, ship fragment. That looks like a place I need to be. Okay, cool. So this is cool. The sound of those things up there. Oh, electrical guy. Oh, that's not safe. Those guys are probably also not safe. There's a vent. Is there a way into this thing that's not completely next to... Oh. What is that sound? Oh. Oh, that's what that sound is. Okay, cool. I'm at 44%. Not cool. Okay. I need a repair. Where's my repair thing? There's my repair thing. We repair. We're good. Alright, repairing. Get me into my Seamoth, thank you.
Detecting volcanic activity.
Oh, well, that's...
Several unusual electromagnetic signatures in the region. Exercise caution when diving deeper.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. What is happening? Stop biting me. Stop biting me. Please leave my ship alone. I want to explore this, and it's hard to do that when you're literally biting me. I feel very unsafe. It is very dark. Okay. I am very close to electrical thing. Electrical thing is bad. Yeah, repair sounds good. Where? There it is. Okay, cool. Repair. Cool. Alright, back in. Cool. Is there entrance point here? Entrance? Yes, there is entrance. Okay. This is where I'm going. This is my life now. I'm in here. There's a thing behind me. Leave my ship alone. Okay, what do we got in here? We got crate. Okay. Water bottle. That's nice. I don't have to worry about dehydrating into a corpse. So that's good. What else is in here? That's just literally a dead end. Is there anything I can scan? Anything? Scannable? Nope. Nothing here. That is a dead end. I can hear that electrical thing buzzing around me. It makes me uncomfortable. Okay, here we go. This is taking me places. This is taking me to another dead end. That takes me over to here. Alright, now where am I? I've got another chest. It has more water. That looks like a potentially scannable thing, but it's not. Alright, cool. I am disoriented. I feel like there should be something to be scanned in this room, but I don't see anything. I see an exit down to here, which leads to a dead end, but that's not what I'm looking for. Nothing there. Where's my water? Oxygen levels. I still have plenty of oxygen for the moment. That's a dead end. Well, it's not completely a dead end, but it's close. I can't really go far. Okay, not much to do here. Can I repair this? Is this repairable? No, it's not. It's just there being what it is. Okay. I think I've just only found cargo-related things in here. This was a waste. So I'm very close to them that could immediately murder me. I can't see. Up. Over. Up. Over. My ship is somewhere. Ship is... There it is. Okay. Put me in my ship. Need air. I found nothing in there. Nothing... Ah! Brother, must you... Like, really? Do you have to do this? Repair. I have limited... Check what room? I did check a bunch of rooms. One attached to the first one. Talking about this over here? This room? Because, yes, I did check this room. And I found nothing of substantial interest other than a bench, which I already have. And then I found that hatch. Wait, what is this? Is that scannable? Nope. Scan? Nope, no scan. Scan? No scan. It looks like something that should be scannable. But none of that's scannable. I guess so. Well, that's really dumb. I got water. This whole trip, it afforded me water. Which is not that useful. Like it's something, but it's not that useful. Ow. Ah! Stop biting me. Oh god, there's a lot of electrical things out here. Okay, cool. But you know, what is that sound? It's probably better them than Papa Shrimp, who is almost certainly going to be in an area where they're not. Ah! Whoa, he's fast. Woo! Wow, they move real fast. They are a lot. No, no. You stay over there. I'm coming over here. Oh god, that thing is so close. Ah! Stop biting me. I need to quickly get over here. Ow. Can I get in here fast? What's over here? There's literally nothing over here. Except, nope. I don't like those sounds. Save? That's probably a bad place to save. Ah, pad.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, moving away, making some space. I think that's the only thing I find in that tub, that thing. Oh gosh, why is there so many electric eels? Ah! Everywhere, oi. Buddy, leave me alone, my god. I need to go over here just so I can repair myself for 1 second. Away from everything, because there's a lot of everything going on right now. Okay. Alright, cool. And try to follow it deeper? Oh, how comforting of a thought. I follow this whole path for a limited return. Like, this whole thing was supposed to lead me to some blueprints. It did not. Oh god, that thing is electrifying its friend. Don't want that. That's instant death for me, probably. Don't want that. Okay. Cool. What a waste. What a waste. At least the sun is up again. That's nice. I have a little bit extra visibility than last time. So that's nice. So here we are. Okay, we're back at the mushroom forest place. But what do you mean follow it? Ow! What is hitting me? What is wrong with you, fish? What do you mean by follow it deeper? Because it's not, doesn't look that particularly deep. What is left? That's back. I'm gonna guess... Well, that's towards my stuff. Wait, what is left? What is left? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt. Ow. Gee, oh, good lord. I repair myself for 1 second. I'm hit by 50 more fish. I'm gonna go this way. Because this is kind of leading me, it's curtailing me back to where I was, not anywhere deeper. So I don't feel like that's the right direction. Question mark? Ow. Just find the tree wreck? Oh, now we're back to where we were. Okay, so now I know where I am-ish. The tree wreck. What the heck is going on? Everything is just popping up and hurting my sea moth. Amount of time. No! Amount of times I keep running into something. Boom! Oh, that thing has gone far away from the lower area that it went. Interesting. I hate these sounds. Ah! Stop! Ow. Ow. Please, sir, leave me alone. I don't know if there is a deeper side to this mushroom forest. I feel like this mushroom forest is only yet so deep. Yeah, I don't see any evidence of that. Like, I'm getting back to shallow-ish waters. And there's one of those electric guys again. Although, okay, there's more. Oh, hello. Oh, hello! Ow! Okay. That's the that's... I don't like it. No, don't, not yes. This is a whole lot of no going on. Why is the right area include a Leviathan? Why does Papa Shrimp have to be in the right area? Like, that doesn't have to be this way. Papa Shrimp, look at, there he is, okay? And he's annoying because he's there, and then he has the ability to just teleport or go through ground to get to me, and he doesn't make any sound until he's right upon me and wants to just munch down on me. I can't stab it. I don't have what it takes to kill it right now. I would need a prawn suit to theoretically kill it, and I do not have that right now. I am but small boat amongst many monster. And that thing just went in a spiral. I don't even know where it went. Hold on a second. I need to go back real quick, because I'm in its potential territory. Let me get out of its territory, repair myself first, and then I'll come back. After hitting 5,000 fish along the way. Ow. I need a plan, okay? A plan that does not just necessarily include stabbing it. Yeah, that's what I need. I need to get a drill arm, I think, in order to properly, you know, go in there or do other things. What I was trying to find was the bulb zone. I think that's the next logical course of action, is to get to the bulb zone to move forward. Because there has to be another place that's not so dangerous involving a Leviathan in order to get it. And yeah, okay, cool. It can't just kill me in one shot, but still. Go northwest 250 meters. Oh, there's a teleportation, guys. Let me just explore here real quick. Ooh. Ow. are these things? Can I get out of that and scan that? Nope. Large bulb bush. Okay, well. Moving right along. I don't have a compass. I didn't know a compass was a thing, or that it was necessary for that matter. I'm just literally trying to find another upgrade. Like, to get to the fabrication station thingamajigger or whatever. Without dying. And so far, I thought that was Leviathan. Ow. So far, I'm having very little success. What the heck just keeps rattling against my ship and dying? I'm probably getting close to Leviathan. I can just feel its presence. It's like, yes, I'm luring you in. Your false sense of security is about ready to be threatened. Go back to the mushroom forest. You tell me that I have to go back to that stupid mushroom forest and encounter the Leviathan head-on in order to get the next piece that I need in order to make upgrades to my prawn suit? Is that what you're telling me? I have to go encounter Papa Shrimp head-on into his territory. Because if so, that's so dumb. Your sounds do not amuse me. I wish I could just go into this, whatever this is. Everything here is so dumb! Hello! What? Why are you so heavy? Oh my goodness. Alright.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
How are you doing, Fluttershy? 4 wrecks that contain it and one into the mushroom forest. Ugh. Gross! Literally asking me to go toe-to-toe with Papa Shrimp over here. Ugh. I have to face him, and it's getting darker, which is not helping. What's that? Is that lead? What's this? Give me that. Back in here. There he is. There he is in all of his disgusting glory. See, I don't even have a ah! I don't even have... I need to go back to the base. I need to get to that radio. I'm gonna get to the radio first. We're gonna come back here. I'm gonna go back to a safe place, see what's on that radio, see what's it's trying to tell me, and see if it'll give me a new location to head to. And if it's within the mushroom forest, then I'll go to where it's telling me. But I'm not about to go toe-to-toe with Papa Shrimp over there without knowing where I'm headed, because otherwise it's just going into his territory indefinitely to deal with all the BS that he's going to bring to the table. And I don't feel like dealing with that. Not with a plan. I gotta go. I gotta know where I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm familiarized with your sounds now. As I run into another fish. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay? Okay. Heading on back. Because at this point, I'm fairly positive... Oh, dear lord. I'm fairly positive that maybe there's a new place that it'll tell me about when I hit that radio station. And then we can head on back and deal with him. I feel like when they updated the game, they caused more collision damage than there was previously. Like when I used to run into things, the prawn suit didn't really cause much, or the sea moth didn't really cause much damage, but now it's just like, you lost half your health. Oh, wait. Why do that when I can bring it around town?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There we go. Have it be charged. Alright. Alright, radio station. What do you got for me?
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
Well, that's not really pleasant. And it doesn't also answer what on earth is going on. And I am also done seeing all these... Stop. That's way too many notifications everywhere. I am overwhelmed. Please stop. Okay. So that did not give me any more of the information that I was hoping to have before I just went and ventured off into there, which is great. I do have stuff... Proposed Degassi habitat, and... That is the only other location. And then my own life pod, which has been moved around. Then we have second officer. That's a far distance away. We have like 2 proposed Degassi habitats, actually. One that's not very far away. Let me see about that one real quick. Let me go there, and then after exploring that one, we'll end it here. Because that one's really close. Unless that is the Mushroom Forest one, which I've already been to. Where'd it go? Nope, not that one. Not that one either. Where? I can't. No. Where is it? Is that thing sleeping? Oh, look at that. It's sleeping and just... It's just sitting there, spinning around. Okay. Interesting. I want to go to these... I want to have a designated target area to head towards. And there are 2 broadcasted... signals. Actually, I should probably go make it daytime. Let me do that first. That'd probably be a smarter idea. Now he's upside down. Yeah, yep, exactly. No, I don't want to deal with Papa Shrimp without a target destination. Yeah, a tree. I don't know where that tree is. Okay? It's a lot of pressure to deal with big old Papa Shrimp without any, like, other details besides what you just described. Like, I need more than just that. I have way too much stuff in my inventory. What the heck? There we go. Also, my base, once again, has ran out of stuff. Take more. Start doing it. If you go into the menu, you can find markers and turn back the light pod marker near the mushroom forest. Turn back on the light pod marker near the mushroom forest to make it easier to find. If I go to the menu... Is this options? What are you talking about? Accessibility, keyboard graphics. I don't think that's what you're talking about. You're talking about, like, making a, whatchamacallit? No, stop. A, beacon? Is that what you're talking about? Like, make a beacon? Or PDA? Beacon manager. Oh, I can change the color of these things, too. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't necessarily need to know where my light pod is. We can turn that one off. Sea moth, yes. Home beacon, yes. We'll make home beacon yellow. Signal light pod, stranded near a cave. This one that I guess I've already seen that one, that's why it's no longer. Let's make this one orange. Light pod sunk into the sea. Let's make that one green. Make that one red. Make that one yellow. Okay. Okay. Well, have a good night, Kenneth. Thanks for joining. Oh, and it looks like it's daytime now, so we're good already. Alright. And they farted up the place. Okay, so that one is 330 some odd meters below, which is not that far at all. We'll go there. Let me explore that place. I don't know how to get to it, granted. I'm going to guess it's only obtainable by going this way, which looks like to get to it is the exact... This is the way to the... Okay. This looks like it's the way to that glowy mushroom forest thing. Okay, so I've been to this one. Wait, check the fabricator for what? Yeah, so that one I don't need anymore. So that one, let me get rid of that one because I've already been to this one that's super close by. Turn that one off. So we got a light pod that sunk 250 somewhere. Wait, no. Get out of here. I think it's that one. Okay, so that one we've already seen, so we don't need to go there. You gotta go to the green marker and just say what you're looking for. The green marker? Green marker. Green marker. I don't see any green markers. There are no green markers. There is, however, a one marker over here and one down there. You want to see the menu for a second? Like the fabricator menu is what you're wanting to see? This looks very dangerous. Okay. Let me just take one quick second. Oh god, this is going south real fast. Oh, we're back with those guys again. And also, there's this huge wall in between me and that area. Oh, bulb zone! That's what I was looking for. Hello, bulb zone. Okay. I was looking for this. Because there was a habitat thing down here that I wanted to see. Because there was more blueprints. And I was trying to get here last time. Hold on a second. Before I get to that fabricator thing, as I continue to harm myself on the way down... Can I get to... Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go deeper than this thing is capable of going. How far am I from that? Okay, I can get close. What's that sound? Okay. It sounds like the teleporter, but I don't see the teleporter guy. Okay. Oh, but now I see him. Because oh, and there's my thing. Okay, cool. Oh. how he's teleporting around because he doesn't like me. He just wants to teleport me because I am infected. And that's, I think, the main reason why he doesn't like me. Okay. Let me just explore over here. I've got lots of air. This is nice. Oh, that's not nice. Oh, that's right. There's a bunch of these things here. Oh. I forgot about you. Don't mind me. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're all fine. We're all fine. We're all family down here. It's good. I can't get in there. I'm okay. Oh!
Integrating new PDA data.
I'm okay. It's fine. You don't have to worry about me. Woohoo! 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 Oh, Lord. It's okay. You can stop following me. I don't mean you any harm. Okay, cool. We're in here. All right, cool. It's fine. It's fine. It's mostly fine. There are things in here. What's in here? What's that? Swim charge fins. Okay, cool.
Blueprint acquired.
Cool.
Integrating new PDA data.
Oh, vending machine. That's not useful to what I need, but it's a thing. Stop. 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 Please just stop. I don't... Okay. Cool. Is that everything that I've explored? Is that all that I can explore? Certainly there's more to explore. There's a bag. Nothing in the bag. I don't want to take that with me. You're cute, you're interesting, you're making clicking sounds, you're nice and all, but I feel like you just want to murder me. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to leave you alone. Don't follow me, okay? Don't wait up. You just stay over there, you keep being cute, you be over there, you be cute, okay? I'm gonna go this way. I'm trying to remember what way is up and where my sea moth is. It's over there. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get back to my sea moth before I die of suffocation, alright? I think. I've lost my sea moth. There it is. Okay. I'm just a little disoriented. It's fine. Okay. Alright. We're almost to my sea moth. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it this distance in this amount of time. Unless someone were to teleport me, I'm going to be able to make it. Alright? Okay. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Okay. Alright, we're gonna make it. It's gonna be fine.
Oxygen.
Woohoo! We're good. We made it. Alright. See? We're fine. Everything is fine. I'm now fully oxygenated. We're good. Whew! You think I need to go back to that base? The Bulb Zone is a beautiful and wonderful place full of God knows what. The bladder thing. The thing that allows me to... Wah! Okay. Allows me to return to the surface fast? Ah! No! What? Okay. That's not okay. This is not fine. I don't appreciate this. Stop doing this to me. Okay. No. Bad. Leave me alone. I am just simply trying to get to that signal. Okay? I want to do that before I end the stream today. I want to do that one piece. That'd be nice. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is, right there. I'm just gonna go back down here. It'll be fine. Okay, cool. We can get pretty low. Get low, get low. But not too low. Here's his PDF.
Integrating new PDA data.
Another one.
Signal position uploaded. Integrating new PDA data.
So there's just a bunch of data here. Cool, cool, cool. Anything else? Anything I can scan? Scan? No? Yes? No? Okay. Oh. Since I fear nothing, then you just wait to hear about the Subnautica VR! Oh! Yes. Lithium, that's important. Oh, what's this? This looks fun. What is this? Eye stalk. What's that? That's an egg? Ooh, that looks... Ow! That's not good. Don't want that in my life. What are you? Can I scan you? I think I've already scanned you before, so I don't need you. Of course it's nice. Stop shooting at me! I don't know what you are, but stop shooting at me. There's a ruby. Oh, I haven't scanned rubies. Let me do that. There we go. Okay, cool. Sweet. I don't know why I have not scanned rubies until now, but now I have. Power cell charge. Ooh! Oh, that's useful. I'm glad I found that. Okay. What's that? Okay, silver. Cool. I can take up the gel sack. That's important. I don't need an egg. Is there another one of those things here? Because, man, that's useful. Lithium. Gold. I got silver and gold now. That's nice. Another one of those things, because those are pretty useful. Ruby. Anything else like that nearby? Anything? I don't think so. That might be the only thing I'll find of that piece, but I found it, so that's good. What are you? That's the egg. More of these beautiful glowing thingies. You look scannable. Come here. Reginald? Reginald. Okay, cool. Oh, well. There we go. Okay. That could have ended poorly. But now I have this thing to cut it off and set it on fire. So that's cool. How nice. Alright, get me in here now. Oh. Minecraft VR is fire. You know, you can farm gel sacks like that tree. Oh, really? I did not know that. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna explore around here real quick because I just don't know if there's another one of those pieces of the thing that I want, and if there is, that'd be so nice. Oh, there's another one of those vent things, though. That's a thing. I hear my good whaley boy. He out there, he good boy. Ooh. What's this? It's pieces of wreckage, but nothing scannable, question mark? No. Looks like it's just a disappointment. Okay. Alright. And some, coral. Some table coral, but no, not what I need. Anything down here? Oh, shooty boys. But no, otherwise, no. Okay. Okay, well. I've got the lights of my sea moth, but not my sea moth. Okay. Cool. Because that makes sense. You can plant them in outdoor grow beds. Okay, cool. So these gel sack things, these things you can plant. Is that what you're saying? I can plant them indoors, outside of the water. Okay, cool. Good to know. Alright. Sweet. I don't think I'm going to get anything more useful for the moment here. What is that? Aurora Rendezvous dry land. I've already found dry land. Okay. Life pod 2. That's several meters away. Alright, I'm gonna return back to my base. We'll deal with the other stuff later. And then I'll end it there, because I'm getting tired. I'm ready to eat something before I wind for the night. So let's do that. Had some good discussions. I made a little bit of progress yet again. More than nothing. Sorry! We here at thoughtraid, we make little bits of progress at a time. I have to deal with the crushing weight that there are multiple Papa Shrimps out there that I just do not want to deal with yet. I want to meet him on equal terms, and he just refuses to be equal. But I found a vending machine, so there's that. Home sweet home. Alright.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. So, you wanted me to look at the fabricator, if I remember correctly, warriors. Let me do that real quick, too, while we're here. Also, while downing some lantern fruit. There we go. Okay. Fabricator. Let's see. I have the ability to make aerogel. Okay, cool. What exactly are you wanting to see within this? Decoys, grab traps, beacons. Something I can build within my suit. Purple tablets. Compasses. Oh, compass! I can make a compass. I have the ability to make a compass. I haven't made a compass. What if I should make a compass? Maybe that's a good idea. How important is it for me to have a compass? The big one, I don't remember the name. The big one what? Like, give me some more context to this. Cyclops? I know I still need a few more pieces to make the Cyclops. Like, Cyclops requires... the actual rest of the ingredients for it and the bridge blueprints. I have the engine, apparently, but I do not have the bridge blueprint. Okay, it's not Cyclops. Could be Prawn Suit, because I have that. What are you thinking of? Like, what is your like, what is the things around it that you could describe it with? The place where you made the glowing knife thing. That's up here. That's the modification station. Swim charge fins. Wirelessly charges your held tool while you swim. Oh, wow. Now that's useful. That's actually more useful than Ultra Glide fins, I'd say. If I have the ability just to charge stuff while I'm swimming, that's actually pretty useful. We've got the repulsion cannon, which I need to make. Cyclops depth modules. I have depth modules, but they're for the Cyclops. Ultra high capacity tank, which I'm currently using. Frickin' a pair of flippers that charges while I swim. That's useful. Although, I don't know. What's more important, speed or charging? Yeah. I think so too, which means I guess I'm gonna have to go to the mushroom biome, or once again against my will, to deal with the big Leviathan that's out there. They changed a few things in this most recent update. When they added a lot of space with the new pod thing, they also took away other things. There was a lot of conveniences they add and some conveniences they removed, I find. What's this? Okay. Put those diamonds away. Silver ore, too. All that extra stuff in my inventory I don't need. And fill that back up again. Okay. Alright. Well, this will be my stopping point for tonight. And then we'll have our next stream on Friday. So, I think this is a good point for me to stop because I'm tired. I'm ready to have either a sandwich or... What do I want? Maybe I'll have macaroni and cheese tonight. No, I should have a sandwich. I already had macaroni and cheese for lunch. So we're gonna not have it twice. Alright. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching. It has been a lot of fun, and I've had a good time, and I want to say thank you so much, Warrior, for coming in and talking to me about the stuff that you did, because it was really interesting to go on a thought experiment about God. I had a lot of fun with that, so I'm very grateful for you coming in and having that conversation with me. And I want to thank you guys who have come to join and chat with me about different things related to enjoying the moment and being present in the moment. It was always nice to have different types of good input on that. So, thank you for joining, and if you have not done so already, of course, I'd love to invite you to join us on our Discord server, because we're wanting to really continue to build community around that, so we can have more people to hang out with in days we're not streaming. So if you want to play a game with someone, we're building a community to have more people to be involved in that. So join the Discord again, Zap. But thank you for watching. The link to that is in the description below, and it is also in the panels if you're on YouTube or Twitch. So, with all that said, I will be getting around to having that mayonnaise drinking crap thing that you forced upon me. Probably going to do that Saturday. I might do that on Friday. I'm not sure. Probably Saturday. Probably not going to be Friday. So if you want to be there for that, you want to know when that's going to be, again, another incentive for you to be on the Discord server. So just want to put that out there. So due to the person winning, Slurp Boy, oh boy. Yeah, that's on my agenda. Lukewarm mayonnaise. Going to be drinking that somehow. Probably going to have to like mix it with some water or something just so I literally can drink it. Because I don't know if I can drink non-neutronium liquids. Or whatever you want to call it. Anyways... All of that said, we broadcast every week on Monday, Friday, and Saturday. No, not the whole jar. At 8 p.m. Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be live again this Friday at 8. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have some fun. I'll see you again soon.
I can see far away from where I've been. He says I see a potential. I see a potential in my eyes. I see a potential. I never lost sight of the reason why you're alive. You're alive. You're alive. We sing Jesus.